Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Pramanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Prayesu Habhadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistike. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very meant of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, by regular attendance in classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service unto the pure devotees of the Lord, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental song is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text 28, chapter entitled Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Ite chamsa kalapumsam Ite chamsa kalapumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyukalam Lokam Indrari Vyukalam Lokam Mirdayanti Yuge Yuge Mirdayanti Yuge Yuge Ite chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyukalam Lokam Mirdayanti Yuge Yuge Ite chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyukalam Lokam Mirdayanti Yuge Yuge. Ite, all these, cha, and, amsa, plenary portions, kala, portions of the plenary portions, pumsa, of the Supreme, Krishna, Lord Krishna, tu, but, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Swayam, in person, Indra Hari, the enemies of Indra, Vyakulam, disturbed, Lokam, all the planets, Mridayanti, give protection. Yuge Yuge, in different ages. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: all of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Supreme Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. Purport. In this particular stanza, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is distinguished from other incarnations. He is counted among the avatars incarnations because out of His causeless mercy the Lord descends from His transcendental abode. Avatara means one who descends. All the incarnation of the Lord, including the Lord Himself, descend on the different planets of the material world as also in different species of life to fulfill particular missions. Sometimes He comes Himself and sometimes He is different plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions or His differentiated portions directly or indirectly empowered by Him descend on this material world to execute certain specific functions. Originally, the Lord is full of all opulences, all prowess, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. When they are partly manifested through the plenary portions or parts of the plenary portion, it should be noted that certain manifestation of His different powers are required for those particular functions. When in the room small electric bulbs are displayed, it does not mean that the electric powerhouse is limited by the small bulbs. The same powerhouse can supply power to operate large-scale industrial dynamos with great volts. Similarly, the incarnation of the Lord displays limited powers because so much power is needed at that particular time. For example, Lord Parasuram and Lord Narasimha displayed unusual opulence by killing the disobedient Kshatriyas 21 times and killing the greatly powerful atheist Hiranyakasipu. Hiranyakasipu was so powerful that even the demigods in other planets would tremble simply by the unfavorable raising of his eyebrow. The demigods in the higher level of material existence many times excel the most well-to-do human beings in duration of life, beauty, wealth, paraphernalia, in all other respects. Still they were afraid of Hiranyakasipu. Thus we can simply imagine how powerful Hiranyakasipu was in this material world. But even Hiranyakasipu was cut into small pieces by the nails of the Lord Narasimha. This means that anyone materially powerful cannot stand the strength of the Lord's nails. Similarly, Jamadagnya displays the Lord's strength, the Lord's power to kill all the disobedient kings powerfully situated in their respective states. The Lord's empowered incarnation Narada and plenary incarnation Varaha, as well as indirectly empowered Lord Buddha, created faith in the mass of people. The incarnations of Rama and Dhanvantari displayed his fame, and Balaram, Mohini, and Vamana exhibited his beauty. Dattareya, Matsya, Kumara, and Kapila exhibited his transcendental knowledge. Nara and Narayana Rishi exhibited his renunciation. So all the different incarnations of the Lord indirectly or directly manifested different features by Lord Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord exhibited the complete features of Godhead, and thus it is confirmed that he is the source of all other incarnation. And the most extraordinary feature exhibited by Lord Sri Krishna was his internal energetic manifestation of his pastimes with the cowherd girls. His pastimes with the gopis are all displays of transcendental existence, bliss, knowledge, although these are manifested apparently as sex love. The specific attraction of his pastime with the gopis should never be misunderstood. The Bhagavatam relates this transcendental pastime in the 10th canto. In order to reach the position to understand the transcendental nature of Lord Krishna's pastime with the gopis, the Bhagavatam promotes the student gradually in 9 other cantos. According to Srila Jiva Goswami's statement, in accordance with authoritative sources, Lord Krishna is the source of all other incarnation. It is not that Lord Krishna is any source of incarnation. All the symptoms of the Supreme Truth in full are present in the presence of Lord Sri Krishna. And in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord emphatically declares that there is no truth greater than or equal to himself. In this stanza, the word Swayam is particularly mentioned to confirm that Lord Krishna is no other source than himself. Although in other places the incarnations are described as Bhagavan because of their specific functions, nowhere are they declared to be the Supreme Personality. In this stanza, the word Swayam signifies the supremacy as the Samam Bonam. The Samam Bonam Krishna is one without a second. He himself has expanded himself in various parts, portions and particles as Swayam Rupa, Swayam Prakasha, Tat Ekatma, Prabhava, Vaibhava, Vilasa, Avatara, Avesa and Jivas, all provided with innumerable energies just suitable to the respective person and personalities. Learned scholars in transcendental subjects have carefully analyzed the Samam Bonam Krishna to have 64 principal attributes. All the expansions of categories of the Lord possess only some percentage of these attributes. But Sri Krishna is the possessor of the attributes 100%, and his personal expansions such as Swayam Prakasha and Tat Ekatma up to the categories of the avatars who are all Vishnu Tattva possess up to 93% of these transcendental attributes. Lord Shiva, who is neither avatara nor avesa, nor in between them, possess almost 84% of these attributes. But the jivas, or the individual living beings in different status of life, possesses up to the limit of 78% of the attributes. In the conditioned state of material existence, the living being possesses these attributes in very minute quantity, varying in terms of the pious life of the living being. The most perfect of living beings is Brahma, the supreme administrator of one universe. He possesses 78% of the attributes in full. All other demigods have the same attributes in less quantity, whereas human beings possess the attributes in very minute quantity. The standard of perfection for human being is to develop the attributes up to 78% in full. The living being can never possess attributes like Shiva, Vishnu or Lord Krishna. A living beings can become godly by developing the 78% transcendental attributes in fullness, but he can never become a god like Shiva, Vishnu or Krishna. He can become a Brahma in due course. The godly living beings who are all residents of the planets in the spiritual sky are eternal associates of God in different spiritual planets called Aridhama and Maheshdam. The abode of Lord Krishna above all spiritual planets is called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavan. And the perfected living beings, by developing 78% of the above attributes in fullness, can enter the planet of Krishna Loka after leaving the present material body. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnanananjana Salakaya Chaksoranmalitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sangrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhano Sude Devi Pranamami Aripriye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evecha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vande Nantadbhuteswaryam Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhum Nichopyat Prasadat Bhakti Sastra Pravartakam. Ite Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakalam Lokam Mirdayanti Yughe Yughe. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord, but Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. So, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the devotees for being in this morning. Especially I would like to offer my humble respect to Krishna Sestra Maharaj for me to be seated here to giving this class, and Pritu Prabhu being a very dear disciple of Prabhupada. But I've been requested by the devotees here to give today's morning class, and I've been staying here for a few days, and I've been also been nicely taken care of with a nice prasadam. So I thought I should render some service for the benefits of the Vaishnavas, and it's by the mercy of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we have got this great opportunity to come together and sit in the association of the Vaishnavas to hear some of the wonderful message brought through the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here, very clearly been established that the Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the very beginning, when we read the Srimad Bhagavatam, the very first chapter, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 1 itself, Vyasadeva has already established that Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. Janmadi yasya yata nwayam itaratau chardau abhigya swara tene brahma hridaya adikavayo moyanti yat surayaha tejo vari mridam yada vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisa dhamna swana sada nirastat kuhakam satyam param dhimaye. That being the compiler of the Vedas, Vyasadeva has established that Lord Krishna is the absolute truth and he is the cause of all causes of the creation, the sustenance and annihilation of this universe, and he is independent because there is no cause beyond him, and he is the first one to impart this transcendental knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji. And he is the one causes illusion into even to the demigods. And finally, Krishna is the transcendental, he has got his own transcendental abode. And by coming to the material universe, he is not contaminated by the modes of material nature. So in this way, Vyasadeva has established that Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the next verse to the Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 2, Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo Nitmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Astu Vasru Sivaram Tapotrayun Mulam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Kirte Kimva Paririswara Sadaya Hridaya Varutya Tritra Kirtubi Susribitat. That again has been established that the Srimad Bhagavatam kicks out all the cheating religion. A cheating religion means which is motivated by the material interest, a selfish interest, and it establishes the highest truth for the betterment of the entire society of the world. And the highest truth only can be understood by those people who are very pure in their heart. So in order to go more deeper understanding about Krishna consciousness, about the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one has to make his heart very pure and he has to uplift himself into the self-realization platform so that he will be able to properly understand the absolute truth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the chapter 18, text 51, 52, 53, Krishna explains the 17 symptoms of those who are self-realized. Buddhaya visudaya yukta dristayatmanam niyamyacha sabdhadin visayan tyaktva ragadvesa vyudascha vivikta sevi lagsvasi yatava kaya manasa dhyana yoga paronityam vimucha parisamsate ahankara baladarpam kamakroda parigraha vimucha nirmama santo brahma bhuyaya kalpate. In order for anybody to understand exactly what has been mentioned here by Prabhupada, and he has to have this purification of his intelligence. There is a symptom that if a person is self-realized, number one, he should have a purification of his intelligence. Number two, his mind should be under control. Number three, he should become free from the object of sense gratification. Number four, he should become free from the attachment and hatredness in his life. Number four, he should find a secluded place to practice his Bhakti Yoga. And number six, he should eat very little. Number seven, he should control his mind, his speech and his body. Number eight, he should be always trance in Krishna consciousness. Number nine, he should become very detached. Number 10, one should become free from false ego. Number 11, one should become free from false pride. Number 12, one should become free from false strength. Number 13, one should become free from lusty desires. Number 14, one should become free from anger. Number 15, one should also avoid blindly accepting the material elements. And number 16, one should not claim any proprietorship of anything in the world. And number 17, one should always live very peaceful. Brahma bhuta prasanatmo nasa chittino kansati sama sarvesu bhutesu madbhaktim labhate param. When this way, when a person become on the equipoise, on the Brahma bhuta platform, and is no longer anchoring and lamenting anything in the material world, and in that self-realized platform is able to, the next verse, in the 1855, Krishna says, Bhaktiya mam abhijanati yavan yachasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato gyatva visate tat anantaram. Only through a full Krishna consciousness, absorption in Krishna, one will be able to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and in that full consciousness of Krishna, you will enter into the kingdom of the Lord. So even Lord Brahma, he was not able to properly understand Krishna when Brahma was created, and Brahma was very illusion. He himself do not know the purpose of his creation. And he was going down to the lotus stem, trying to find where is the origin and his own identification and the purpose of his creation. At that moment, there was a word appeared to Brahma, tapa, penance, austerity. In this way, Lord Brahma, for 1,000 celestial years, he performed penance in order to understand the message coming from the Supreme Lord. And the Lord played his flute and went into the head ears of the Brahmaji, and it came out from the mouth of Brahma as the Gayatri mantra, Briyat Sama Tada Samnam Gayatri. There is there in the chapter 10, text 35 of Bhagavad Gita, that by the mercy of the Lord, Brahma was now enlightened with this beautiful transcendental knowledge. And this knowledge is not anything new. Here is the oldest knowledge. It's been spoken to Brahma 155 trillion, 22 billion years ago at the creation of Lord Brahma himself. Lord Brahma lives for 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Now he's already past 155 trillion, 22 billion. He has got remaining, I think, 156, 18 billion years to come. In this way, Brahma been enlightened this wonderful knowledge. And Prabhupada says people with all kind of defect in their life, they're trying to compete among each other, and through argument and through fighting, they're trying to establish who is God in the material world for the whole universe. But somewhere or other, they are not able to do this thing by argument and fight. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajano yena kada sapanta. Heart of the knowledge is being kept into the heart of the pure devotee. That's why he says that yasya devi parabhaktir yada devi tada guru. That anybody who are interested to know the whole thing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the essence of the Vedas, the Shastras, they should serve the pure devotees of the Lord by the mercy of the pure devotees, the spiritual master, and Krishna, one is able to understand, will be revealed the truth into his heart. In this way, that Veda been spoken very, very long time ago. But again, by the mercy of Vyasadeva, this Veda been divided. At the end of the Dwapara Yuga, when Krishna was living to his own abode, Vyasadeva understood that the next Kali Yuga is coming in, and Kali Yuga will have a lot of different defects. Generally, people will be very unintelligent in Kali Yuga, and though they won't be having that kind of interest for the practice of Krishna consciousness, So Vyasadeva understood it's not easy, not going to be possible for people to understand this one Veda which has been spoken very, very long ago. And for the better understanding of the people in the world, Vyasadeva, he divided that one Veda into four. There is the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Adhurva Veda. And again he divided that into another four. There is the Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad. And again he brought in the limbs of the Vedas, the 6 Angas of the Vedas. There is Kalpa, Siksha, Vyakarana, Nirukti, Chanda, Jyotisha. And he brought in the Upaveda. There is Ayurveda, Shilpa Veda, Gandharva Veda and Dhanur Veda. Again, Vyasadeva, we noticed that it's not even possible for people to understand all those things. And he understands there are people living with different kinds of modes of nature. Generally, there are people in the mode of goodness, passionate and ignorant. And he brought in the 18 Puranas, 6 Puranas for those who are in the mode of goodness, 6 Puranas for those who are in the mode of passionate, and 6 Puranas in the mode of ignorance. So the Puranas, for those who are in the mode of goodness, are the Vishnu Purana, Varaha Purana, Garuda Purana, Narada Purana, Padma Purana, Bhagavata Purana. The Puranas in the mode of passionate are the Brahma Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Markandeya Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Vamana Purana. And the Puranas for those who are in the mode of ignorance are the Linga Purana, Skanda Purana, Shiva Purana, Agni Purana, Matsya Purana and Kurma Purana. So these Puranas also not very easy for people to understand because each Puranas have got thousands of verses there. Just like if you take a Vishnu Purana, there are 23,000 verses are there. And if you take a Varaha Purana, there are 24,000 verses are there. And if you take a Garuda Purana, there are 19,000 verses are there. Narada Purana has got 25,000 verses are there. Padma Purana has got 55,000 verses are there. And the Bhagavad Purana has got 18,000 verses are there. And Brahma Purana has got 10,000 verses. Brahma Vaivarta Purana got 18,000 verses. Brahmanda Purana has got 12,000 verses. Markandeya Purana has got 9,000 verses. And the Bhavishya Purana has got 14,500 verses. Vamana Purana has got 10,000 verses. And the Linga Purana has got 11,000 verses. Skanda Purana has got 81,100 verses. Shiva Purana has got 24,000 verses. And Agni Purana has got 15,400 verses. Matsya Purana got 14,000 verses. And the Kurma Purana has got 17,000 verses. Altogether, there are about 400,000 verses even in the Puranas. And Vyasadeva understood it's not easy for people to understand all these things. And he brings the Bharata Panchama Veda. He brings the 5th Veda for the benefit of the human being. There is the Mahabharatam. And from the Mahabharatam, in the Bhishma Parva, the conversation between Arjuna and Krishna, that he take it as the essence, that's the Brahma Sutra. That the Bhagavad Gita becomes the Brahma Sutra. All the Vedas, division, everything comes in the form of a Bhagavad Gita. And now Srimad Bhagavatam is the explanation on the Brahma Sutra. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the final work of Srila Vyasadeva. And finally, this is the conclusion of Srila Vyasadeva, is that today verse, Ite chamsa kalapumsa krishnastu bhagavan swayam indra vivekalam loke madriyanti yuge yuge. So the living entities, the human beings, should not speculate anything about God consciousness through their own mental speculation. There are 3 ways to take evidence in our life. That is called the Pratyaksha, Anumanam and Sabda Brahman. That means that Pratyaksha means that people are taking their own initiative. That is their understanding about whatever they have seen or read. That is the Pratyaksha. And the Anuman is that they are talking through their experiences, that previously it was like that and it may be also like this at this time. They are guessing, or maybe they are saying this way or that way. But the proper way to accept the knowledge of Krishna consciousness is that Sabda Pramana, that one hear from the authoritative source of the Vedas, because the Vedas been spoken by the Lord Himself, and those who are coming from the disciplic succession, evam parampara praptam, imam rajarishya vidosa kaline hamato yoga nasta parantapa. Those who are coming from the disciplic succession are the right, bona fide source for us to get the right information. For that reason, Krishna said, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshante te jnanam jnaninas tadvadarshinaha yagyadvana punarmoham evam yasasi pandava yena bhutani asisani drekshami atmani atomayi. In the chapter 4, text 34 and 35, Krishna explains to find out from the bona fide, accept a bona fide spiritual master and serve him and inquire from him. He can impart this knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. By taking the knowledge from the bona fide spiritual master, a person never falls again into this miserable material world. Otherwise, there are so much of speculation going on in this world. Even the scientists who claims to be very advanced, very intelligent, they themselves are not able to give a specific answer to any of the questions. If you take an origin, there are different scientists give different kinds of information. So their information differ from one to another. Just like a boy, when he went to his father, he asked the father to tell him that where he has come from. He asked the father where we have come from. The father says, don't you read the Darwin's philosophy that we have come from monkey? And the boy went to the mother and asked the mother, Mummy, please tell we have come from. Where we have come from. Mummy says, you do not know that we have come from God? And the boy said, but Papa says we have come from monkey. The mother says, your Papa family came from monkey. Oh, the present today's so-called advancement is like a monkey brain. If you bring a monkey and then you keep the monkey here, you throw one banana on one side and throw $100 dollar to another side, the monkey will go for the banana. It will never go for the $100 dollar. Because the monkey has no brain to think that with $100 dollar I can buy many bananas. The similar way, the human society, they claim to be very advanced, but somewhere or other, they are not able to understand. They are just guessing this and this and that, this and that, this and that. There was a Swamiji, he went to speak in a very big assembly of well-wishers. And before he started his speech, he asked the audience he asked them, how many of you all believe in God? And nobody very dared to raise their hand. And somewhere or other they were looking at each other, see somebody else raise their hand and I also can raise my hand. So he asked them again, how many of you believe in God? And slowly one person he raised his hand, and seeing one person is taking, and half of the crowd also raised their hand. And after that he said that, now I wanted to ask you another question. How many among you don't believe in God? And everybody looking at each other, and he says that you have to speak the truth. How many of you don't believe in God? And slowly one person raised his hand, seeing one person raising his hand, and somebody else have raised their hand, and half of the crowd also raised their hand. So half of the crowd raised their hand they said they believe in God. Another half of the crowd, they raised their hand, they said they don't believe in God. And in this way, the speaker, the Swamiji, said, thank you so much, I'm leaving. Without giving the speech, he wanted to leave. The organizer says, what is the problem? He says that none of these people are able to use their own brain to understand things happening around. He said somebody, when I asked them, how many you believe in God, and slowly looking at each other, they raised their hand. How many don't believe in God? Slowly looking at each other, raise their hand. He says that the best thing is that those who understand God, believe in God, they can teach those who are not believing in God. So in this way that people are not able to come to any conclusion because they do not follow the Sabda Pramanam. There are the Pramanas, there is the evidence is there. In the chapter 16, text 23, 24, Krishna explains, Ya sasra vili mutsrecha vartate kama karata nasasirim avapnoti na sukham na param katim. Those who do not follow the injunction of the Sastra, they cannot attain higher perfection, they cannot be happy in their life. Tasma chasram pramanam te karya vyavastita gyatva sasram vidonaktam. And karya kartum iharhasi. In the chapter 16, text 24, Krishna says that the Sastra should become the pramanam, should become the authoritative source to establish about all this information in our life. We cannot blindly follow, blindly hear that everybody talking something about something, but there is no proper authorized evidence from their side. But here Krishna, Prabhupada says here that about the qualities, the attributes of Lord Krishna, the transcendental attributes. Prabhupada explains here that Krishna has got 100%, 10% transcendental attributes, and Lord Vishnu has got 93%, and Lord Shiva has got 84%, and Lord Brahma has got 78% of the transcendental attributes. And in this way it has been said that Lord Krishna has got total 64 transcendental qualities, and Lord Brahma has got 50 transcendental qualities of the 64 of Lord Krishna. Lord Shiva has got 55 qualities, and Lord Vishnu has got 60. So Lord Brahma has got 50 qualities out of 64 of Lord Krishna. Lord Shiva has got 55, and Lord Vishnu has got 60, and only Krishna has got 10% of the transcendental attributes. Beautifully been explained by the Rupa Goswami. He said that Surami Hanga Sarvasa Lakshanam Protam Ruchira Tejasan Vita Baliyan Vayasan Vita Vivida Bhuta Basavit Satyavakya Priyavadu Bhavaduka. These are the first 10 transcendental qualities, transcendental attributes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then number 1, Surami Anga means is that the limbs of the Krishna's body is extremely very beautiful. Number 2, the body of Krishna is marked with auspicious character. Number 3, the beauty of Krishna becomes the festival of bliss. Number 4, Krishna is radiant. Number 5, Krishna is all powerful and all strength. Number 6, there are ever freshly youthful look of Krishna. Number 7, Krishna is expert in all languages. Number 8, the words of Krishna never prove false. Number 9, that Krishna, even to the enemies, Krishna speaks very politely. Number 10, that every word of Krishna is very pleasing to hear. These are the first transcendental qualities out of 64 been explained there. And the second 10 qualities are the Supandita, Buddhiman, Pratabanvita, Vidagda, Chatura, Dakshar, Kritagya, Sulida Vrita, Desakala, Supatrugya, Sasra, Chaksu. Another 10 transcendental qualities of Krishna is called Supandita. Krishna is very learned. And number 2, Krishna is all intelligent. And number 3, Krishna has got the power, improvising the original conversation. Even the midway he comes, but he can improvise the original conversation. And Krishna also has got the 64 arts. And number 5, that Krishna he can do many things at one time. Number 6, nothing is impossible for Krishna. And number 7, Krishna is very grateful to his devotees. Number 8, he keeps his promises to the devotees. And number 9, Krishna acts according to time, place and circumstances. And number 10, Krishna follows the injunction of the Shastra. These are the 20 transcendental qualities of Krishna. Now 21 to 30, there is another 10 is there. Is that Suchi, Vasi, Stira, Danta, Samasila, Gambira, and Dristiman, Sama, Vadanyaya, Dharmika. Suchi means that Krishna is free from all kinds of sinful activities. The second is that Krishna his senses are in control. Number 3, Krishna is very determined. Number 4, Krishna tolerates the most intolerable distress. Number 5, Krishna forgiving even the enemies. Number 6, that very difficult to understand the mind of Krishna. Number 7, Krishna is free from all anxieties. Number 8, Krishna is free from all attachment. Number 9, Krishna is very generous. Number 10, Krishna follows the principle of dharma. These are the 30 transcendental attributes of Krishna. From 31 to 40, there is Sura, Karuna, Manimana, Krita, Dakshina, Vinayi, Reman, and is the Reman, Bhakta Surita, Sarnagada Vatsala, Suchi, Bhakta Surita, Premavasya. From 31 to 40 attributes, qualities of Krishna. The Sura, Krishna is very expert in using all kinds of weapons, and Krishna is very compassionate, and Krishna respects the elders, and Krishna also, his activities are very pleasing, and Krishna is free from all kinds of pride, and Krishna is very shy when somebody talks about his glories. And number 7, Krishna gives protection to those who have come to him for protection. And number 8, Krishna is very joyful. And 9, Krishna is that friend to all the devotees. And number 10, Krishna only can be conquered by the love of devotees. These are the 40 transcendental attributes of Krishna. From 41 to 50, it is Sarva Subhankara, Pratapi Kirtiman, then Raktaloka, Sadhu Samasraya, Narigana Manohari, Sarvaradaya, Samriddhiman, and Varyan Iswara. 41 to 50, transcendental of qualities, that Sarva Subhankara is the well-wisher of all living entities, and Prithivi, that is it terrorizes the enemies, and is very famous for the dint of sterling qualities, and is the object of love, is partial to the devotees, is attractive to the ladies, and is is worshipped by everyone in the world, and he also only can conquer by the love. And Varyan Iswara, that is also the superior. Nobody is equal or superior to Krishna. And finally, Iswara is the ultimate, independent of this world. So these are the 15 transcendental qualities where Krishna is God out of 64, which Lord Brahma is God, and also the living entities have God in their life. Brahma's qualities of this quality, 50 qualities, like an ice cube. And those yogis who are advancing towards, their yogic perfection, they have got like a water. And those karmi, those living beings in this world have no connection, no any understanding about the Atma Dharma. To them, it is there like a shadow. So in this way, Brahma has got the ardence, the thickness of these qualities. And now there is another extra 5 qualities which though Brahma don't have, is only have got by Lord Shiva, Vishnu and Lord Krishna. There is that Sada Swarup Samprapta, Sarvagya Nitya Nutana, Sachidananda Sadaranga, and Sarvasiddhi Nisevita. There are 5 extra qualities Lord Shiva has got, that he cannot be touched by Maya, number 1. And number 2, he knows the past, present and future, and he also freshly youthful. And number 4 is Sachidananda, is very hardened. And number 5, that he controls the Asta Siddhi, all the Siddhi. These are the extra 5 qualities that Lord Shiva has got other than Brahma. Now there is another 5 is there where Lord Shiva only have, but Lord Vishnu only have, but don't have by Brahma or Shiva. There is the Avichintya Mahasakti Koti Brahmanda Vigraha, Avadaravali Bija, Atarakari Daika, Atmarama Ganarkasi. Lord Vishnu has got a special extra 5 than Lord Shiva. That is, he has got exceedingly very powerful, that he even can create Lord Brahma. And number 2, all the universes are floating on the body of Lord Vishnu. Number 3, Vishnu is the source of all incarnation. Number 4, anybody get killed by Lord Vishnu, they get liberation. And number 5, even the Atmaram, those who are self-realized, self-sufficient, they still attracted to the activities of Lord Vishnu. So these are the 60 transcendental attributes we see. 50 there with Brahma, 55 with Lord Shiva, 60 with Lord Vishnu. But there is another 4 things are not available for Brahma or Shiva or Vishnu. There's a very specially only with Lord Krishna that makes him to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With the 10% attribute, transcendental qualities are the Leela Madhurya, Prema Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya and Venu Madhurya. The beautiful Leela, the pastime of Lord Krishna and Vrindavan. And nobody has got Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma. They don't have anything of this Leela Madhurya. And Prema Madhurya, the living Madhurya devotees, the Prema Bhakti devotees of Vrindavan, only there for Krishna. And Rupa, the beauty of Krishna, is nobody have got that kind of beauty. And Venu Madhurya, the flute Krishna controls, the 3 worlds that flutes only with Krishna in this way. The Shastra says that 64 attributes, the transcendental qualities are there that makes the Lord to become Ite Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So in this way, when a person very understood from the eyes of the Shastra, by hearing these wonderful authoritative scriptures of this Srimad Bhagavatam, they will understand that no human being at any time can become God in this world. No Lord Brahma can become God in this world. Even Lord Vishnu cannot become God. Lord Shiva cannot become God. And just few days ago we have celebrated the Balaram Purnima. Even Lord Balaram, he borrowed the flute for a day. He borrowed the peacock and flute from Lord Krishna. For a day he wanted to experience the experience of Lord Krishna by taking the flute and peacock feather. At that time, Kamsa sent his one of his demon, Kesi, to go and look for Krishna and kill him. And Kesi demon, he doesn't know how Krishna looks like. And Brahma says, very easy, Krishna carries the flute and he got a peacock feather. On that particular day, it was carried by, borrowed by Lord Brahma and Lord Balaram from Krishna. And when the Kesi demon came, he saw that, he thought Balaram is Krishna himself. And in this way, Balaram got a great kick from the Kesi. And he went and gave back the flute and peacock to Krishna. He said, I will never borrow again. So in this way, we have to understand that Krishna is the cause of all causes in the world, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Finally, when Krishna wanted to go for the peace talk in the Hastinapur, and Krishna had been asking the Pandavas, he went to the Yudhishthira Maharaj. He asked Yudhishthira Maharaj of his opinion, what Yudhishthira Maharaj want Krishna to tell to Duryodhana. And Yudhishthira Maharaj says, my dear Krishna, you can talk anything to Duryodhana, but you come back with only one answer, that should not be any warrior. I don't wish to fight. And after that, Krishna went to Bhima. Bhima, what is your opinion? What do you want me to tell Duryodhana? Bhima says, whatever you want to speak to Duryodhana, you speak to him, but come back with only one answer, that I must fight with him. And after that, Krishna went to Arjun. Arjun said that you can speak anything you like, by my Gandiva bow is waiting, and you make arrangement that we should go for a war. And after that, Krishna went to Nakula. And he asked Nakula, what do you think? What do you want me to talk to Duryodhana? Nakula said, Krishna, why you are wasting your time? Krishna said, why? Because he said, Duryodhana not even listening to his own parents. And how is he going to listen to you? Don't waste your time with him. After that, Krishna went to Sahadev. Sahadev asked Sahadev, Sahadev, what do you think? Sahadev said, why? Krishna, why you are wasting my time? And Krishna asked Sahadev, why you are talking like that? Sahadev says, though like you do not know what is happening around, you go and ask my elder brother Yudhishthira, what do you think? What is your opinion? You go to my another brother Bhima, what is your opinion? You go to Arjuna, what is your opinion? You go to Nakula, what is your opinion? You know, what is my opinion? I think you're going to do whatever you have decided to do. You're not going to take anybody else's opinion. In this way, all the thing, every arrangement is made by Lord Krishna so that the message of the Bhagavad Gita can be brought to the world for the ultimate betterment of the entire human society. In this way, people may claim they are God. On one of the places where Prabhupada was talking, and Prabhupada says anybody claim to be a God, G-O-D, and they are not actually G-O-D, they are D-O-G, they are dog. And after the question time, one of the guests, attendant, and he says that, I am God. Prabhupada says, no, you are not G-O-D, you are D-O-G, you are dog. And if you claim to be like that, next life you will become a dog. And the man says, I don't mind to become a dog. Prabhupada said, you have got all my blessing. So in this way, Prabhupada says that don't try to see God, but act in such a way that God can see you. So we have got this great opportunity, being in the association of the Vaishnavas, being in the wonderful transcendental organization of ISKCON, and we take advantage of all the facilities being given to us to try to be in the association of the devotees and cultivate knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Surely we'll have the great blessing from all the Vaishnavas, from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Lord Nrsimhadev himself. Lord Nrsimhadev appeared just like Hiranyakasipu. He had everything in his life, all the opulences. But he was not very happy at all. And his son Prahlad told his father, Tat sadhu manne suravadya dehinam sada samigya deram asadgriya. My dear father. He said, call my dear father, demon father. Prabhupada called it very nicely. He says, you have got everything, but unfortunately you are always very miserable of your life. You are in distress condition. Only way for you to become happy, he says, you go to Vrindavan, there is Lord Krishna is there, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. He said, you go and surrender to the lotus feet of Vishnu Krishna there, and you practice this Bhakti Yoga, that will give you all happiness in your life. In this way, we are sitting in the Nrsimhadev temple here, and definitely Nrsimhadev will give all the blessing for all of us. Thank you for being here. And if anybody got any questions, yeah, Prabhuji.
Regarding the purport, I have one question. The 6 opulences of Krishna, they were explained, and there we had Narasimha and Jamadagnya. They showed the opulence of strength or power. Yeah. And then Prabhupada goes on, he says, fame were exhibited by Rama in Dhanvantari, beauty by Balaram, Mohini, Vamana, knowledge by Dattatreya, Matsya, Kumaras, Kapila, and so on, renunciation by Narada, Nara and Narayana Rishi. And then, interesting, he says, the incarnations of Buddha, Narada, and Varaha, they created faith in the people.
Yeah.
So all in all, these are 6.
Yeah, there are 6 categories of avatar. There's a Purusa avatar. There is also Leela avatar. There is also a Guna avatar. There is a Manvantara avatar. There's also a Yuga avatar. And there is also Saktivesh avatar. For the Purusa avatar, there are Karna Daksaya Vishnu, there are Garbha Daksaya Vishnu, Siro Daksaya Vishnu. For the Leela avatar, it's like a Matsya, Kurma, Narsimha, and so on. For the Guna avatar, there is the Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. Manvanta avatar, there are Swayambhuva Manu, Swarichisa Manu, there are Uttama Manu, and so on. And for the Yuga avatar, there is the Prishni Garbha avatar is there. There's a Vamana avatar is there. Krishna avatar is there. And Kali Yuga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's avatar is there. And the Saktivesh avatar, there is also Narada Muni is there, Vyasadeva is there, Lord Buddha is there. And Prabhupada also been said as the Saktivesh avatar. Kali Kalera Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Krishna Sakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartan. Without empowered by Lord Krishna, Sakti of Lord Krishna, no one can spread the holy name all around the world. So in this way, there are 6 categories of avatars are there.
Thank you. My question was because who is then standing for wealth or richness? Because Prabhupada mentions renunciation, knowledge, beauty, power, faith and fame, fame and faith somehow. But what is then richness? Who incarnation came in order to show extraordinarily richness?
Richness, I'm not very sure. It's not written there.
No, they are 6 all in all, but one is like faith. Buddha, they created faith in people, but can we then take this faith? This is somehow or other standing for wealth or something, but otherwise wealth is missing.
Oh, the Maharaj can answer. Emperor Prabhu? No.
If I can ask a question.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu, yeah.
It's a very practical question. Plenary portion and portions of the plenary portion.
Yeah.
If you could explain that to the devotees.
Well, there is also called avatar and expansion. Expansion are the directly coming from Krishna, and avatar, the portions are coming from the expansion onward. That means the portion is like the avatar, there is the incarnation. It's not direct from Krishna. Direct from Krishna is called expansion, and indirect is called incarnation. Anyway, it's all a very deep and very difficult subject matter. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Prakasananda Saraswati Maharaj, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was always singing and dancing, and the Mayavadi sannyasi, they found that he must be very sentimentalist. Instead of reading the Sastra, they called him a Murka sannyasi, Nija dharma nahi jani, bahu kera haya pera, bahu kera sana. And Mahaprabhu went to the Brahmana's house for lunch. He's been invited. All the other Mayavadi sannyasi was seated there. And Mahaprabhu washed his lotus feet and sat, next to the place where he has washed the lotus feet. And Prakasananda Saraswati, the head of the Mayavadi sannyas, he came and approached Mahaprabhu. Then he saw the humility within Mahaprabhu. He says that, while you are sitting here, you should come and sit with us. And he says that Prabhu kahe amiyai ina sampradaya toma sabara sabaya vasite na yuya. Mahaprabhu says, you people are very advanced. I'm not equal to any of you. And I'm coming from a very low class sampradaya. So please let me sit here. They said, no. He said, no, you look, Prabhaya dekhiya to me, Saksha Narayana. You are just looking like Narayana. So you must be something here. He said, I wanted to ask you one question. He said that, Vedanta Padava Dhyanam Sanyasera Dharma Tara Kaichare Tara Jari Bahukera Karma. He said that, the sannyasi's duty is to study the Vedanta. But instead of studying the Vedanta, why you are just simply, dancing and rolling and moving around with those people who are, looks like a very low class. And for that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prabhaka Suna Sri Padayera Karana Guru More Mukha Deki Karila Sasana. My spiritual master, he says, I'm a murka, I'm a fool, I cannot understand the Vedantas. He said, always, chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him that Nama Vinu Kale Kale Nahi Ara Dharma Sarva Mantra Saranama E Sastra Marma. That within the hidden, in the Sastra, it says that in Kali Yuga there is no other dharma, that other than chanting of the holy name of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this way, we do not fully know about anything in this world due to the strong influence of Kali Yuga, but the essence of the Veda has been very beautifully explained by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Here Prabhupada, as I said also, sometimes somebody may not be looking very cultured, but if he is surrendered to Krishna, and should be taken as the follower of the Dharma. So in this way, very difficult for me to answer everything here. But somewhere or other, Krishna may give you the intelligence to understand it by yourself. Yeah, Prabhuji.
Maharaj, I have a small opinion about this, the Krishna's form in the opulence of wealth. Please kindly correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Rudranam Shankarashchasmi Vittesho Yaksharassasam. So Krishna says, I am Kuber, so the god of wealth.
Yeah.
So we can assume that for the form of the wealth, opulence, we can assume that's Kuber, because Krishna says
that's not a
in
problem.
Bhagavad Gita.
As long as nobody is equal here or superior to Krishna, everything else is acceptable. Ite Samsakala Pumsa Krishna as to Bhagavan Swami. There's only one master in the world, that is Krishna. Everybody else is servant of Krishna. That's all. And what are the principles? Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu Vismartavyam Jatunatna Natu Jatuchit. The two principles are there in Krishna consciousness. One, always remember Krishna. Number two, never forget Krishna. All are the rules and regulations meant to assist us to be always remembrance of Krishna and never forgetting Him. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gora Pramanande.
For the breakfast, let's go upstairs.